NFL 22. And the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the reigning Super Bowl champs and the Raiders coming up next.
NFL football has come to Southern Nevada as we are in the menacing new Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. The atmosphere here electric. No matter the venue, the home folks love their silver and black. They are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with their opponents. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center. Their 6'4" quarterback.
And what's a quarterback's best friend?
Balance?
I think you're right. I agree with you. You know, a lot of guys would say great receiver, right? A terrific offensive line. But I agree with you, balance, because if you can run the ball effectively, that just opens things up for guys who want to throw it and gives you easier passing lanes and easier coverages to read.
And they said balance will be a focus in this one.
Yeah, they don't want it all just heaped on his shoulders, I don't believe. I think they want to make sure they take some of the pressure off.
That catch for his career is number 589, so 11 away from 600, but it also right now ties him with Hall of Famer Fred Biletnikoff.
And we remember Fred Biletnikoff well because of the way he went about his business in catching the football. And we're seeing something similar here. Someone who runs precise routes, has excellent hands, and knows how to get the ball to the end zone.
First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And his first carry, he loses the football. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And leading them, Charles, their quarterback, their field general.
And I'll bet right now it's just one thought in his mind.
Win the game, yeah. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
Now here's a throw that's complete. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. He was well over 100 yards last week. he told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Jacobs. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25. Pretty much unreal, not just in terms of yardage, Charles, but also throwing the 3 touchdowns as well.
When you put the whole package together, I can make you a pretty good guarantee right now. He's going to see a few more people in the box every time he lines up.
Yeah, I don't think that the defense has any choice. They've got to stop him. Can't let a repeat performance like that.
Agreed.
The throw over the middle, taken in.
Never make the mistake with the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. He's dropped just inside the 20. A little second effort there, but couldn't find a whole lot of space.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
On the jet sweep, here comes Moore. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. He'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the 1st, right around the 15. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
On now is the field goal team. Here's the Raiders. We'll try for 3. And this one is right through. And the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Toronto's offense ready to take over. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He's going to go for a big play downfield. He's got a man complete. And all the way in for the touchdown. A big play there. 82 yards. And the Huskies on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Well, for a tight end, he can definitely motor, and he shows off the wheels there after the catch as he's able to shake free.
Yeah, normally when you talk about tight ends, you immediately begin talking about them rumbling down the field. But to me, he was pretty well gliding downfield there. Very athletic for a big man, and he takes this one all the way to pay dirt.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Time again to see Josh Jacobs and this Vegas offense operate. Last week, over 100 yards, 3 touchdowns. We were talking with him on the field before the game. He said simply, I was in a groove. He obviously was.
And I think he's been a little modest about that, being in a groove. That's a big-time game right there. And I think he feels like his entire team is coming along with him because they're creating spaces and holes for him to run through. He's making people miss, running through tackles. They are locked in a big way and confident about this game as well.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, they went back to him, but the results were similar, so I highly doubt that he'll get another opportunity here on 3rd and long.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. He'll drop to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A big play there for the Raiders. Defender was right there in his shorts. Is that one of those situations as a DB where you just tip your cap and say, nice catch?
Well, you're supposed to. But a true competitor, he's not tipping his cap at all. He's upset he still didn't make the play. If it's a 50-50 ball or a moment of truth, he's got to win more than his fair share of them as well.
Probably especially angry because if it was incomplete, would have been 4th down.
Exactly.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. A handoff, Jacobs running to the left. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Jacobs. And he gets it down to the 32. So 8 yards on the completion there. And that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. Back to throw here. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try to find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
9-yard line, 2nd and 6.
56, the mark, boys, 56. Check 56.
Again, he'll drop to throw. The quick slant caught. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there. His 1st touchdown here of the new campaign. And once again, the Raiders are back out in front.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Completes it to Powell.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. On play action, they'll throw. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Second quarter now, Toronto in possession of the football. Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches. 2nd down and inches. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 36.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll look to throw again. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have him looking at 3rd and 10. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. They go play action here on first down. And it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And the Raiders are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now, defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get to the face of the pass.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something, because right now, they're just cutting them to shreds.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. He'll look to throw. In trouble, and he's taken down. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. They'll drop to throw. He's going to look deep for more. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. Looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down in bounds. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. Man open, that's Henry Ruggs. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 2nd and 2. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is going to have the Raiders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. Oh, now Miller slow in getting up. He's still down on the ground. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. Here's 2nd and 9. Hands it off out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
It's now 4th down.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice win for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get him back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
Well, so far he has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. We'll be looking for... And the Raiders have got him. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now a give right side. Harrison. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
When the 4-3 defense is functioning really well, you know who stays what we call clean and no one gets to him? The guy playing the middle linebacker position, the guy we call Mike. That means the defensive front is eating up all the blocks and just let him go to the football and make a play.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And taken right on the 30. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
Good spot. Maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the 2nd quarter. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. So naturally they will decline it. They got the 1st down anyway on the play.
Who needs a penalty when you picked up the 1st down through hard work and effort anyway? 1st down.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season.
Let's go, defense.
They'll set up a throw. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Under pressure, and down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
Partner, you know what I'm going to say before I even say it.
Yeah, you just cannot take a sack in that spot.
You're exactly right. You can't take a sack in that spot. Potentially now, a 3-point swing right there.
Here's the Raiders punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin him back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. He's doing his job, but the bottom line, they're losing. They've got a deficit to make up here, and he knows it.
And quarterbacks who last in this league learn that lesson really early. You may have had a great stat line and felt pretty good about how you played, but if your team didn't win, it almost doesn't matter. And right now he's adopted that attitude. How do I get better? How does my team get better? How do we find a way to win the game?
Now he's hoping to lead his team to a successful drive. Powell on the catch. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. He's got Harrison left side complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Back to throw again. He finds his man complete. That's Harrison. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. He finds his man complete. It's Harrison. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A good pickup, but it will come on what should be the final play in this first half. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So we have reached halftime here in Vegas with the Raiders on top. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll get started out in Texas, NRG Stadium in Houston, where you see the final score there. Darnell Mooney, a touchdown catch in the victory. From there, we head up to the Pacific Northwest. Check on the Seahawks at home in Seattle. And in that one, it's the visiting Dolphins who are out in front. The Dolphins were winners last week, so they're trying to start their campaign at 2-0. Lastly, let's get out to Jacksonville. See what's happening with the Jaguars at TIAA Bank Field. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting Indianapolis Colts. Trevor Lawrence, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. We'll move on now to check out the next-gen stats in that first half for our home team. And they've definitely been able to exploit some holes in that opposing secondary, as they threw for close to 200 yards in those first 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, we check out their numbers on the ground, as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. And the half will begin with a touchback.
Come on, baby. Let's go!
And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And he will be taken down deep in Las Vegas territory. And a huge play that time. Typically with catches like that, we talk about the height of the wide receiver, but he's one of the shorter receivers in the NFL.
And it doesn't seem to matter, does it? Put the tape measure away. How about some of these guys under 6 feet tall? Antonio Brown, T.Y. Hilton, and Super Bowl 53 MVP, Julian Edelman.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. And now the red flag out on the field. We'll have a challenge forthcoming. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So that challenge, a successful one. Extra point safely through, and that will put them on top here in the third. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. fielded just outside the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it.
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up second. So the opening drive of this third quarter, they're trying to set the tone for the second half.
And without a doubt, they did exactly that. I've known coaches who have said the first 5 minutes of each half are so important to do exactly what you said, which is set the tone. I've also heard coaches talk about the first 5 plays. Let's go out and be aggressive right off the top. That's exactly what they did.
On second down, it's Jacobs. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. And this will be caught by Brown. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a fourth down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Las Vegas sending out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Taking it about the 36. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Toronto's offense ready to take over. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. Second and 6. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Powell. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch and turn upfield and pick up the first down.
The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
They brought in a heavy set on third down, and that usually means running play, but we have seen them throw out of that formation. And sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one, wound up hitting him for a first down.
They'll look to throw now on first down. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 31-yard line.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. from the gun. He'll hand this off. And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Powell. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. On 1st down, Harrison pushes past him. Still going. They can't stop him. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Huskies are able to extend their lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 8. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he returns this to the 22.
Here we go. Here we go.
The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Able to fight through one tackle. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll look to throw here. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he is going to have the Raiders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
They'll run on 1st down. Jacobs. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
They really need to get something going, didn't they? They punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the fore for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Raider linemen might have been moving. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. On 2nd down, Jacobs. 51 yards on the ground for him so far.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
On third down, here comes Jacobs. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Here's Jacobs. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. He'll drop to throw. He'll swing that out wide to Jacobs. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4. Time to get another play in here as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the 4th. Wide open receiver complete. And the Raiders are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
And that's a much-needed first down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I'd put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a 4th down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now.
1st and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts. He'll look to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there. There to make the grab. And the Raiders have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. So part 1 of what they needed is done. They get in the end zone. Now you have to imagine we'll see a try for 2.
And that's what the book says, but defensively, they can't hang their head right here. They still got a chance to come out with the lead if they make a play.
They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it. The conversion good, and we are tied in the 4th. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted to tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done, get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
21-all the score as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Toronto's offense ready to take over. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll throw. Oh, now a strip. He loses the football.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 47. And to give this time to the tailback. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
The Raiders offense coming back out onto the field. The fumble recovery certainly has put them in the driver's seat. 1st and 10, all tied here in the 4th. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Now back to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Then we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On 3rd down, it's Jacobs. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. 76 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
That's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Jacobs now. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And that is incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And his kick is indeed good. And with that, they will move out in front by 3. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Toronto's offense ready to take over. And they really need to forget about their last time out, the turnover that led to a field goal. So now they try to regroup, trailing in the final quarter. Obviously, they'd love a touchdown, but 3 would suffice. They go play action here on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
On first down, it's Jacobs. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Griffin. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Back to throw here. Got a man. It's Darren Waller. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock. And this is second and less than a yard. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And they will take a knee here. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll run it with Jacobs. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
And this is where the mental part of the game comes into play. Defense is out of timeouts. Just hold on to the football. No sense really trying to score. They should be able to run this one out.
And now can they reverse the trend on third and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? The Raiders likely going to get out of this with a victory as they take a knee. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This a fairly straightforward 22-yard short attempt. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. A great come-from-behind victory in this one, Charles. And really the difference, obviously, was that fourth quarter. They dominated.
And it has to start with believing that you can make that comeback. Because we've been in games before. We've done games where you just look at one team and realize they have no chance of making it back. Not in the one we just saw here. They did it, and they did it well.
So for Las Vegas, they used a favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they'll have another home date next week as the LA Rams come to town. Meanwhile, for Toronto, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against the Chicago Bears.